There are certain cases in which the producer does not use one input, meaning either he does not use K or either he does not use L. So let's analyze the case. In this case, ये जो black line है, this is an isoquant, मतलब इस पे आउटपुट कितना प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है, Q नॉट. रेड लाइन इज द आइसोकॉस्ट, मतलब इस पे जो कॉस्ट है पूरे पे कांस्टेंट है, इस पे आउटपुट कांस्टेंट है. तो अगर हम देखें इस वाले पे, सपोज हमें गिवन है कि इतना आउटपुट प्रोड्यूस करना है, कॉस्ट हमें मिनिमाइज करनी है. अगर हमें इतना आउटपुट प्रोड्यूस करना ही करना है तो हमारे पास दो ऑप्शन है. इधर इतना आउटपुट प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए ही दिस, so producer can produce at this point, ये वाले इस A point पे, और either he can produce at point B. In this case, if you look, ये जो red line है, is it steeper or the black line is steeper? So you would see that the black line is steeper than the red line. Black line is your isoquant. So that means in this case, what is happening is your MRTS is greater. Isoquant is steeper. Isocost line is flatter. In this case, if this is happening, what will happen is producer will produce at point A, at which your labor is equal to some positive quantity and your capital is equal to 0. This is a condition when W by R is less than your MRTS and your curve looks something like this. In this case, if you see your isocost line, which is the red line, it is steeper than the it is flatter than the isoquant line. So this is your black isoquant line. It is steeper as compared to your isocost line, which has a slope of W by R. In this case, it would be a boundary solution where K is equal to 0 and L is greater than 0. Now we move to the next extreme case. In this case, your isoquant is shaped like, just a minute, your black isoquants are these are your black ones are your isoquants. So what we see is that your isoquants are flatter. So that means in this case, your MRTS is less than W by R. Cancel this one. So in this case, your MRTS is less than your W by R. W by R is nothing but this red line. If you see, this is a very steep line. If you see, so this is your cost line and these black lines are this. Now in this case, with the given level of output, Q is equal to Q0. So suppose ये वाला output level produce करना है उसको, तो वो किस cost पे minimize होगा? So if you draw a line here, this would be the least cost line. Why? Because on this red line, cost is higher. And हमें given है कि Q is equal to Q0 हमें produce करना है. So in this case, your L is 0 and your K is positive. And for this to happen, what is the condition? This is the condition. MRTS is less than W by R. इसको ऐसे भी समझ सकते हैं कि अगर हम देखें तो ए की जो इनपुट्स हैं वो परफेक्ट सब्स्टिट्यूट्स हैं, और इस केस में अगर MRTS लेस देन है W by R, so that means तुम्हारी जो capital that is less expensive than labor. So this is just an example. I mean, even if you don't go into the detail of these boundary solution, all you have to know is that it is not necessary that positive quantity of K and L are produced in equilibrium. What might happen is there might be a boundary solution where you might have positive quantity of one input and zero quantity of the other input. And two cases are, one, W by R less than MRTS. In this case, this is happening. The other case here, where this is happening. For the diagrams, here, Q is equal to Q0 is this black line. I will just draw this again. So this is your isoquant. I'm just labeling it with a yellow line. This is the given level of output. You have two options, either this outward red line, this inward red line. Now this inward red line will be least cost. This outward red line, if you produce at point B, what will happen? Cost is more. It is an outward line. So you will choose point A in this case, that is this case. Now in the second, Just repeating the diagram. In this case, what is happening is your Q is equal to Q0 is this line, this line. And now you have two options, this first red line, second red line. The second red line is inward, so you choose on this, that is on your y-axis, that is your capital stock is positive and your labor is 0. So this was all about corner solution, producer equilibrium. If you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section.